Well, I'll just tell you about it. It's a natural spring. Is it running now?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's a natural spring. The water is coming up there through limestone. All south of Tipperary here you have limestone. So where you get limestone, you get caves or caverns. So these caverns are filled with water. They're called aquifers.
Aquifers?
Aquifers. Q-U-A, aqua is water, and ferers, bearer, F-E-R. Latin comes from the Latin. Bearer of water. So the water is coming up through the limestone, so it's purified and filtered naturally as it comes up. It's coming up through the little crevices and fissures in the limestone. It's coming from very deep down. So you have great healing properties in the water.
Do you know how deep down it comes from?
Yes. So we had a diviner here and he said about 400 feet.
Wow.
So you have great minerals and great healing properties in the water. So you can see the little pockets of oxygen, what we call the bubbles, they are pockets of oxygen. Now the water is coming up here all over, but this is the original well here. Now it's a geological phenomenon. The water has been coming up here for over 1,000 million years.
1,000 million years?
But people have been coming to this well. This well was formed about 10,000 years ago.
Wow.
So people were coming here roughly 9,000 years before St. Patrick.
Wow, yeah.
In pre-Christian times, this was an extremely important site. In pre-Christian times, you didn't have any towns or cities. Dublin, Cork, Waterford, Limerick, Kilkenny, you name it, they weren't there full stop. But what people tend to forget is you still have people in the country. So we're here beside the river Shore. So there would have been a lot of people living along on the banks of the shore. So those old pagan or pre-Christian people, any place they found fresh water, they made that an assembly place. People come for water, they come for healing, they come to socialise, they come to make matches, they come to wash, they come to be taught. Everything happened at the well. So you had all types of trades and professions, from druids to healers to traders to musicians, storytellers, you name it.
And you think they gathered here at the spring?
No, I don't think it. I know they gathered here. So we're told this was one of the single biggest assembly places in Ireland in pre-Christian times.
Wow. So
the pagans had 4 big festivals in the year: Imbolc, Geata, Lunacy and Sound. And at those festivals here we're told could have maybe 20, 30, 40,000 people here.
Wow.
Back in pre-Christian times.
Wow.
So it was a huge site by any means.
Sounds like a good party.
Yeah. So anyway, when Patrick began to convert Ireland to Christianity in the 5th century, you know about St. Patrick, do you? Do you know the background of St. Patrick?
Yeah.
So when Patrick began, he began in the year 432 in the 5th century. So in the 5th century, I mentioned to you, in pre-Christian times you didn't have any towns or cities. But in the 5th century, the 2 most important places in Ireland were Tara and County Meath was the capital. Remember, Dublin wasn't in existence. And the second most important place was just here beside us, Cashel. So the High King of Ireland lived in Tara, and the King of Munster, this region of the country, lived in Cashel. So Patrick began in Tara, and by preaching Christianity to the High King, the country wasn't divided into counties then, but he went across to a place by the name of Cruachan or Crahan Hill, or Knockcrahan, in the present county of Roscommon. And from there he came south to Cashel. It was the residence of the King of Munster. So the king in Cashel at that time was a man by the name of Angus. So Patrick preached, converted and baptised the king in Cashel. Now a straight line from here to Cashel is only 10 miles. It's about 15 to go by road. So when he had the king converted in Cashel, and because this was where the big assembly of people was, and because this was so close to Cashel, this was the obvious place for him to come. So he came here in the year 447, and he preached, converted and baptised here at this well. So when he had these people here converted to Christianity, that Celtic cross that you see out there in the centre, that cross was erected there then. So that cross has been there from the 5th century. So we believe that's the oldest cross in Ireland.
Wow.
So people have been coming here throughout the century since then. This was a huge pilgrim place, especially in the Middle Ages. It was one of the top 3 in the country in the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th and 18th centuries.
What were the other 2?
The other two would have been Our Lady's Island in Wexford and Lough Derg in Donegal.
Okay. Are there people coming here now?
Very few.
Very few.
You see there today, well, I'd say on a fine day now, well, of course, with lockdowns and everything.
Yeah. Not too many people coming down the steps.
And well, every other day, like any day, yesterday was wet as well now, but today is a bit wet, but other days there, a lot of people would have walked out from the town, you know. And
how long are you coming here?
well, I've been up and down here all my life.
Did you grow up near here?
I was born in Geata.
Oh yeah. How long are you minding the place?
Well, I'm not the only one. We have a committee here.
Yeah.
There's a committee here. We call it the St. Patrick's Day Society. It was formed the present one was formed in 1969, but there was several St. Patrick's Day Societies formed before that. There was one in 1913 that lasted I don't know how many years, and then you had one in 1956 which lasted until 1969, and there was one formed in 1969 which lasted to the present day, but I'm a member of that for about 16 years.
Okay.
But there are other people there as well.
Yeah.
And there are other people on the committee.
Get some water. I have a bottle.
Very important. Have you a bottle?
Huh?
Have you a bottle? Have you a bottle? Have you? No, I don't. That's the most important. That's the most important asset on the planet. In the planet, water.
Yeah.
Think about it.
The Genesis.
That's more important than oil. That's more important than gold. That's more important than anything else on the planet.
Life itself.
Yeah, life itself. You know that. I don't have to tell you.
And what's this tree? Oh, do you remember you were showing me a tree here once? Where
yeah, there's a tree up there with a stone under it. That was the centre of the old pagan gathering place.
Oh.
That, as I said, there's a huge assembly place in pre-Christian times, so that stone there, there's a stone there under the tree. It marks the centre of the, you can see that, you'll have to come over. You see there.
Oh yeah. Was that an old mass rock or something?
Well, I don't know. It was kind of marks. I don't think it was a mass rock. I don't honestly believe it was a mass rock.
It's a big old stone, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a big stone to me, but it seemed to be in marks to the centre of the assembly place in pre-Christian times. Well, it was completely different then. You had trees all over the place, and the country was covered in trees.
Yeah.
I mean, people can't realise now what life was like back then.
Yeah.
There was no electricity, no water supply. This was the only water supply. There was no running water then.
Yeah.
There was no newspapers, no radio, no television, no phones, no... Do you know what I mean?
An 80% tree cover or something like that.
Yeah.
Just a big forest.
Yeah, it was just a big forest. The whole country was a forest, really. That's exactly what it was. The finest forest you ever saw, oak trees mostly.